Greetings and welcome to One Spherical Love, Spirituality, and a Modern World, presented by Unispherical Muse. With all things in life, we are blessed with moments in time. That's why it's called time, space, and matter, and center of infinity. Now, each and every single being, which is a species, could be bacteria, viruses, human beings, plant form, octopus, whatever. These are called beings. These are called entities. Now, they each have their own biological, chemical makeup. So we are either a walking chemical compound as a human being, or we are swimming in the ocean as a chemical compound. So we are all chemical compounds floating through the energy called ions. Ionic energy takes on a positive or a negative role in each existence of each species. Now, the fact is that ask yourself whether you want to ponder in a day or a moment or a year. It's called reflection. Now, you want to ponder for a split second. Ask yourself only. You do not answer. No one else answers. And you ask yourself in your thought process. And the person that you're asking, the entity that you're asking, is the higher up called the universe. The universe is everything. It is the number 9. This is the void. The void is because it's nearly a portal, into other dimensions. These are called time dimensions that will travel through the different dimensions into the different galaxies and on and on and on, So, you are a walking chemical compound. You are a swimming chemical compound. You are a thinking chemical compound. Now, the question that you must ponder to yourself is, how can you miss what you never had? Well, it's pretty simple when people understand the tangibles, because that's the human 5 senses. But it's harder for others when you can go into the 6th sense, which is the auric zone of a higher dimension. You have each aura, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have each chakra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because the auras are the energy fields that you illuminate through your emotion, through the portals. That is the 4D, 4th dimension, into the 5th dimension. That is called the chakras. You see how it has to go in between the core being. The core is the whole, which is mind, body, emotion, spirit, that create the core, which is the whole. All right? So in between, you're going in between, let's see, you got a liver, you got a heart, you got the atoms, you got the neutrons, the neurons, and on and on and on. Yay, biology, isn't it wonderful? In the human mind only, but in the reality of life, y'all speak a foreign language, because plants can't understand you. Animals can't understand you. Only a dog can understand your tone. So you can actually have a very nice tone to your voice and talk nasty to a dog, and the dog sees you as its best friend. You see what I'm saying? You can talk to a plant, and you can talk nasty. You're no good. You're blah, blah, blah. But you're saying it, you're no good, honey. You're a piece of crap. You get what I'm saying? It's all about the tone. These are called chemical compounds, all right? Now, the question is, how can you miss something you never had? Well, you have to flow in between and between to the core being to fully comprehend through knowledge, which is logic, not 3D third dimension. And I've already explained that so many times, it's getting death in my ears. All right? So catch up on the last podcast and YouTube videos and all that good jazz called social media. Oh my God. That's why I threw away my TV 18 years ago. It's called the stupid box. Now, when you're asking this question to the universe, what you're saying is that the moments in time are blessed to me. They have never been mine. When I get up in the mornings, I go outside before I go to work, and I look up at the sky, and there's the moon. Well, as we all know, it's female energy. Female energy regulates from the human body on the left side. The left side is the number 6, which is love. The right side of the human body is male energy, and that is number 3, conflict. You regulate the whole body of being, mind, body, emotion, spirit, that creates the soul, right? So, those 4 bodies of being create the number 9. You see how that goes? So you look up and you see Ms. Moon, because she's independent. She's strong, alright? She's not a Miss or a Mrs. She is Ms. Moon. Now, depending upon what hemisphere you live by, longitude, latitude of the equator called Earth, as to what name this moon has. Well, of course, you have to jump back into human history, which history always repeats itself, called mythology. So then you would find out the specific name depending upon what hemisphere of the equator you reside in. Now, to me, it's just Ms. Moon, because she travels around the earth and she illuminates human emotion. So basically, who's in control, you or the moon? The moon, my friend. So each morning I get up, I look outside, and I say, "Morning, Miss Moon. Have a wonderful day," because wherever the moon goes, it was day once upon a time, and day is the sun. Sun is male energy. And yes, we have to bless the sun. Now, how is it when you would wake up some mornings and there is no Miss Moon? So, how can you miss something you never had? You were born blind. You cannot see the moon, but yet you know it's there. You feel the energy through your human emotion. How can you miss what you've never had? You have not had it because you do not own it. You see what I'm saying? So that's when you ask the higher up, called the universe, which pertains to the gods, the goddesses, angels, spirit guides, and galactic energy, and the whole 9 yards, right? So how can you miss something you never had? Some people have never had, say, plants in their life because they don't find it's important. But what you don't understand is plants are there for your survival. They help us heal. They help us breathe. They help us do so many things in life. But yet we are oblivious to the mindset of what's there to help you. Oh, it's just a plant. Let's just take it away because it's in the way. It's a nuisance. It makes a mess and blah, 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 blah. Okay. But then eventually all the plants are gone. Eventually it is a desert oasis on Earth. You can no longer breathe. Guess what? It now becomes the atmosphere of, say, the moon. Can you breathe the ionic energy on the moon or any other planet in your existence? So the plants will regulate the air. How can you miss something you never had. We all have parents that birthed us. But the fact is, maybe they weren't around. Maybe some other relative or some stranger had to raise you. Maybe you were in foster care. Maybe you had one parent. So let's just say you don't have a dad. You don't have a papa in your life that helped raise you. Because the most critical point in a child's life is the first 7 years. From birth to age 7. Age 7 and one day, they're becoming their whole own person. So the first 7 years is the most critical. Your dad was never there. He only gave you birth. That was it. How can you miss something you never had? Now, let's just say, Mom, she had you. She couldn't take care of you. Maybe she passed away. Maybe there was just too much stuff in her life that she couldn't emotionally deal with her own life, let alone take care of you. You know? Maybe she had an abortion. Who knows? Anything is possible. Now, with an abortion, of course, this baby will go in and become another soul because technically it's what you asked for. You were asked for in your last life to come to this life for a mere second because you wanted to see what it would be like. And you got your wish. You always get what you want, but not how you want it because you weren't specific in what you wanted. So you become existent as a chemical compound in each life. For how long this life lasts, well, that is merely up to you because you already had set in your mind from your last life what you were going to do in this life. And as to how long that program called The Adventure of Life was going to last. Yes, my friend, you asked for it. The question is how do you miss something you never had? There are many things in life that I never had, simply because I did not ask for them in my last life. So this is where the vision board comes in. You get your paper, throw away your computer, or just set it aside in another room, close the door. You do not want that energy presiding through your influences in your thought process. So bottom line is, you got that piece of paper, you got that pencil, you got that pen, you got that magic marker. Maybe it's color-coded. Hey, color is wonderful. Let's just have it happen in a happy way. Now, start writing on your vision board for your vision quest in your next life. Now, you look up at Ms. Moon and you say, "Morning, Ms. Moon. Have a wonderful day." You are giving gratitude. For each being in existence, you give gratitude. As I'm driving down the street each and every morning, there's like, everybody's driving like a freaking maniac, foaming at the mouth. It's like they're rushing to their grave. Well, dude, just leave a little early, okay? I'll leave an hour early, and it only takes 20 minutes to get to work. Well, because the crazies are coming out. It's like, are you kidding me? They want to die. They're rushing to their death on work. Are you kidding me? Well, look at, here's how the party sways. You get in your car, your truck, your whatever. You got your vehicle. You are in motion, a chemical compound through the ethers. So you're flowing through, you look up at the sky. There's Miss Moon. And say, "Have a wonderful day, Miss Moon." And as you're traveling through life, you're actually enjoying the ride. It's not the end result. It is what is happening in each moment in time to get to your destination. That will create your memories. All right? Now, as you're flowing through the motion, you come along a red light. Yeah, it's a metropolis, no matter where you go in the United States. It's just ultimate boring. I would enjoy a country road with trees more so than I would enjoy a metropolis. Oh my God, the crazies live in the metropolis. Now, you're coming closer to a red light, and of course the speed limit's 45. Well, hey, you're doing like 48, 49. Once you hit over 50, dude, you're asking for a ticket. Seriously, do you need that aggravation? Do not go over 5 miles per hour. Max is 6. Because if you go over 6, dude, right there's a ticket asking to be happening. So, you're flowing down the road. You're doing maybe 48. You're getting close to that red light. You're just looking at it with a very sincere heart. And you're saying, thank you. Because that means you're talking to the universe. Remember, to pray is talking to God. Meditate is communicating with God. And God is the gods, the goddesses, the angels, spirit guides, galactic energy, the whole 9 yards, all right? Now, you're looking at that red light. I don't know, maybe 15 seconds before you get to it, because you're doing only 48 miles per hour. You're not driving around like a maniac foaming at the mouth. And you say, thank you. And then, voila, 2 seconds later, it changes to green. Because all the lights are timed. The city does that on a purpose, no matter what city you live in the United States. So how you think you're going to zoom through that? You're not. Because the more that you try to challenge status quo, just like a teenager, the more that they will see that you're running these red lights, the more that they're going to put up cameras, more cops are going to be out. And why do you create havoc for everybody else? Because you are foaming at the mouth because you can't leave your home early enough. So stop with the craziness, please. Give more gratitude, and you will receive more gratitude. You give more crazy, you will get back more crazy, which creates more havoc in your life. Do you seriously need that? Well, you know what? You can go play in that world. Me have other things to do with my time, money, and energy. Thank you very much. So as I'm going along, I'm sipping on my morning coffee, and it's not cocoa beans. Oh no, I have about, let's see, at least 10 different types of herbs. And I use different types of beans, not cocoa beans. Because this is my first meal of the day. I'm not going to be drinking crazy juice called caffeine, ready to blow my top and mouth off at everybody and whatnot. Are you kidding me? You're asking for paranoia kills. Paranoia because you're afraid, you're scared. What happens? Lo and behold, you have a heart attack. Boop, you're dead. There you go. Paranoia kills. Why do you want to live in that realm? Because you had to leave 10 minutes before work because you had to take care of something you thought was so important. Seriously? Get out of the crazy zone. Enjoy your road to work. And as I say, enjoy your first meal of the day, your coffee. And my coffee is 10 different types of herbs. Isn't life grand? It is the first meal of the day. You're bumping your beats. Yeah, I live on SoundCloud for maybe 10 years now. I don't listen to the radio. It's just garbage. So I'm bumping my beats, sipping my coffee, doing my 48 miles per hour. I left an hour early from home to go to work. I see Miss Moon. Morning, Miss Moon. I'm bumping my beats, coming closer to a red light. And thank you. And the universe knows I'm talking to it. And it changes green. And for funnies, I like to just look up at it. And because energy is young, until you create a whole energy field, it will then grow. And that's how it gets older. So the energy is young in the beginning. It starts from your thought process. Because yes, you created this life. Your thought process is young. Just like anything, it's a seed. And you have to create it into the realms of what you want to exist. So I'm driving down the road, bumping my beats, sipping my coffee, and it is my first meal of the day. Look up at the moon. Morning, Miss Moon. And I'm coming closer to a red light, and I look at it, and I say, morning, mija. And then it changes green. I go to the next one, morning, mijo. And it changes to green. So whatever language you're using is young, because it's your thoughts. Your thoughts are young until you create more, because you're giving it more life force energy. Understand Reiki, and then you would understand exactly how you are the conduit, which then you are illuminating your energy force field onto the entities that exist within your realm, which are the plants and the trees and the red lights and on and on and on. So whatever your language is, whether it's German, Italian, whatever, you look up at that light maybe a few seconds before you get there, and you say, morning, whatever your language is for a youngster, little boy, little girl, mija, mijo. You just keep going like that. You have fun in life. And that way you are creating gratitude. You give gratitude, you will receive gratitude. That's how it works. And you must be sincere in your heart. You don't just say the words, you must be sincere in order for things to happen in the direction that you choose for it to happen. Of course, it takes time, because you have to learn how to trust yourself. When you trust yourself, the universe will trust you. That you are creating your path from life path to soul path. Yes, this is your sermon today. This is your session today. How can you miss what it is you never had? So you figure out what it is that you want, so you can create, so you can have that peace, tranquility, serenity in a moment in time. And life is love is life. Blessings from Reverend Dr. Juanita Lewis, DDID, PhD, and thank you for your support.